Hi, I'm Scott Ferrell. Currently, I'm inside a hotel room right outside Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm here for a wedding, a big wedding. But I'll tell you more about that in just a second. Here's why I'm making this video with you and I. This past week, and it's not just this past week, I get asked this question so many times. I had a gentleman ask me, what do you do when your business falls apart, your life falls apart, and your family falls apart? I think I've got some experience with that one. Just because I write books, just because I coach people, just because I speak, does not mean I don't go through hard times. I do. And while we're going to discuss this, I'm going to tell you some truths about me and what's coming on the horizon with me. Simple? Okay. What do you do when everything falls apart? Well, I think I can answer that. About 3 years ago, my health just started to decline. We didn't know what was wrong, and I coach and speak and do radio, anything in the media, and that takes energy. That takes time. I have to go see clients. I have to be able to travel and go speak, and if your health starts to decline, you can't do any of those. It got so bad, I was bedridden, and for the last probably 18 to 24 months, that's been the case. Now, I've been able to get out of bed, but not for big lengths of time. And I've been able to shield most of it from what clients I had left. So I get sick. So my business falls apart because I can't work. Okay, that's been for about 2 years. My family, we've had some tough times. My wife and I do argue. And pre-Holy Spirit, we argued quite a bit. We're a normal couple, and we work together, and we're never wrong. Okay, you got two people who work together who are never wrong. You got some arguments. But post-Holy Spirit, once we received the Holy Spirit, that handled itself. And then let's look at life, okay? What do we want out of life? We want to make money. We want to have success. We want to be loved. And we want to feel good. And now I'm back on the uptick. I'm lucky enough, I'm in this hotel, and I was able to travel this weekend. But I wouldn't miss this weekend, and here's why. This young lady was one of the first babies I got to hold as a young man. But this young lady who's getting married today is attached to the man who introduced me to Christ. I don't think there's a bigger day in my life, and there is no way I would miss one of my best friend's daughter's weddings. There's no way. It just wasn't even conceivable. So that's why I'm here. Now let me get back to the question. How do you put it all back together once it's all falling apart? I got any money, don't have any clients, can barely get out of bed, don't really want to get out of bed, don't really want to talk to people, don't want to make any phone calls. Chances are I'm not the only one that's been through this. But here's how you put it back together, because that's the original question. What do you do when it all falls apart? Most people are really asking, how do you put it back together after it all falls apart? Well, the easiest way is to sow. I lost all my clients naturally, not because they didn't want to work with me. I was unable to perform the duties that I told them I could perform. Couldn't go back on the radio, could barely even stand up in the studio, much less sit down and talk, and I just didn't have the energy. Couldn't do videos because I didn't have the energy to do those. So in the last couple months, I decided that I was going to restart my career. So what do you do when everything falls apart? Well, before you do anything, you got to make a decision, like I had to make. All right, I'm doing some TV spots, some radio, I'm speaking, I'm doing books, I'm doing videos, I'm doing podcasts, I'm coaching. Man, that's a lot if you don't feel good. So I sat down, I laid down. Let's not lie, I could barely even sit up. So I laid down, and my wife sat with me, and I've got a whiteboard in my office, and I'm laid down in my office. And we had to decide if this is what I wanted to do the rest of my life. Very simple. I'm middle-aged, I've been through a lot, gonna go through a lot, it is life, but I had to decide, do I still want to do radio? Do I still want to speak? Do I still want to write books? Do I still want to coach? Is this even remotely what God called me to do anymore? Okay, I had to make those decisions first. Now, once I decided, yeah, this is the path I'm going to stay on, in addition to, I've started a church in connection with Encounter Christ Albemarle or Red Cross, North Carolina. So we're a sister church in the Atlanta area. I'll let you know when we open. Right now I'm doing home church and my home's full. But as soon as we have more spots, I'll be glad to let you come and join us. We'd love to have you. But the way to put it back together is, one, I had to decide what I wanted. Two, well, to get anything, if you want a hug, you give a hug. If you want love, you give a hug. If you want business and if you want a return on your investment in your business, and you want to get clients and you want to get everything restarted, the best way to do so in somebody else's company. So I picked 2 or 3 businesses that I can take my expertise and my Rolodex and sow into. No, you don't sow into everybody's business. You pick somebody that you respect, you believe in their product, and you know they'll deliver a return for all of the people that you refer to them. That's what I'm currently doing. It's great. I get to get up. I don't have a lot of pressure because not every day I feel great. And I'm going out now and I'm helping other businesses succeed. Why? It's a rule. If you sow, you will reap. And you will reap what you sow. So I am sowing into others. I'm also was on the board of Women of Global Change. We're going to speak to those ladies, those wonderful ladies, in about a couple of weeks. It's always fun to get in a room of people who are energized to do something wonderful. Even if you don't feel great, you can go in and it's going to make a difference in my life, I know. But keep this in mind. We, as I did 30 some odd years ago when I left home, I had a sack full of dreams. I've accomplished most of those. But there's so many more I have left. I'm at that middle age point, or the halfway point, so to speak, in life. And there's so much more I want to do. I don't know when I'm coming back to radio. Eventually I'll do that. I get asked that a lot. When am I going to start doing TV again? I don't know. This will probably be the way that you and I get to talk. I'll be doing videos. So I'm going to sow in the businesses. I'm going to start doing Facebook Live. I'm going to start with 1 day a week. And then I'm going to probably do it 2 or 3. Here's the format for that. It's going to be, send me some questions, okay? I've got a company called Success Matrix International. Got a great team. I'm going to be introducing my team members very soon. But here's what we do. We handle business, family, and life. If you've got a problem, we're the solution. We make sure you get a solution to your issues. And then we connect the dots and put it all together. That's it. I mean, I could give you something rhymed and special and funny and this whole mission statement, but you probably don't want to hear that. Well, you do want to know what we do for you. So we make sure it gets put back together. If you've got issues with your business, you don't know how to grow it, should you grow it, who you are, what you're doing, what your direction is, give us a call. If your family feels the same way, if you parenting, marriage, we really handle those because I've been through so much with mine. And then life. We all want to find our purpose, plan, direction. We want to be able to get that going immediately. And we want the solution so we can reap the benefits of that life we always wanted. Just kind of like me 30 some odd years ago when I left home. But that's what's coming for me. I appreciate all the prayers that people have sent to me. Those mean a great deal. Keep them coming. Anytime I know somebody's praying for me, I feel blessed. But if you have any questions, you know what I'm doing for the coming future now. And I'm going to start doing Facebook Live, and I'm going to answer your questions live. And plus, I'm going to relaunch my former bestseller, It's Not Them, It's You. Why would I relaunch a book that already went bestseller? It's easy. I don't remember it. My fever was so high the day I launched my book, I don't remember it ever being released. It seems almost crazy now, but it was about 1.5 years ago. And I'm very proud of that. #1 in Australia. I've got family in Australia, so that was a big deal for me. I love those guys. But I'm going to relaunch it. I'm going to relaunch it so I can remember it. So if you don't have a copy, hey, here's a good time to get it. If you read it and have any questions, send those to me. All right. The easiest way to reach me is scotferrell.com. Let me spell it. My mom and dad thought I should be unique. SCOTFERRELL.com. I'll probably start Facebook Live here in the next couple of weeks. So go ahead and get your questions. If you want to, you can send them directly to me, or you can go to my website, scotferrell.com, and send them that way. Again, I just thank you for the support. I thank you for the prayers. I thank you for hanging in there with me. And it's time for me to, after 2 years of my hiatus and I guess living in a cave, it's time for me to come back and actually contribute to the world again. So all I can say is thank you. Hang in there with me. Get your questions ready, and I'll be back soon. Take care.